I have a few notes on it this time.
Yeah. That's. I mean, let me do it on two screens so I can see your notes and I can do the review. All right. Let me see what you have. One number fell behind in CS, enemy jungle. I feel it's a 10 in second because there was a okay, perfect. So we have two timestamps we're looking at that you want to focus on 9:20 and 14. I'll make sure to extra focus on those two. Okay, full cleared down makes sense. You have trigger at the top, nothing to path for. 2 points Q. Full clear looks normal. Top died, but so far obviously the game looks shit. We haven't finished our full clear yet, as it happens. But tops died, bot died, random shit. These guys look ungankable. We should just immediately base. Don't be late to Krugs. It's small, but like I think once you see it's like this, you should just base because obviously full HP, full HP. They're not put. I always say they're not pushing because the lanes look where they are, like proximity in the lane. This is the middle lane. They're like way below it, and there's obviously huge waves. So they're gonna catch it below. So I just immediately base. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal, but like these extra like 10 seconds you walk over, all this is.
So
Mhm.
for because I was watching a Perry video and he was like, obviously you're not going to be you want to gank your strong lanes, which means they typically have prio, they're pushed up.
Mhm.
Like, how do you do that? Because it feels like they're ungankable.
I think he again I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I think he probably means play for them, not gank for them, because um
Sure. Yeah.
so in this case, just recalling in this bush right now is playing for them because you're acting as a human ward. Because normally, anytime a lane pushes, they're gankable, right? So for
That's
example,
true. Yeah.
right now, for example, your ball is gankable because their wave's gonna be here, right? So
Hmm.
warding in this, basing in this bush means they can't get ganked right now because you have scuttle vision, you have Triva's vision. The only way they could gank is this guy goes like fucking loop to loop, which takes like 30 years, you know? So by
Right.
you being
That's
this bush, you
ridiculous.
are playing for them, and then your recall takes 8 seconds. So when you press recall, in the next 8 seconds, they start fighting. Boom, you're here to counter gank or join the fight or throw a pillar or do whatever, right? So it's not that you're gank playing for lane doesn't always equals ganking for them. It just means making sure they don't get ganked and being in their vicinity, in their area. So if they do start fighting, you can be around to help them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I already did my part. I
Yeah.
just hung around for too long.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that's about it. A lot of times it's really common what junglers do at the highest level is they'll start the recall 8 seconds, right? And then at 7 seconds, so the 1, 2, 3, and then at 7 seconds right before they recall, they'll just cancel the
Up the
recall,
board.
and then they'll start, and then
Oh.
they'll start another recall, right? And
Oh no.
then
Okay.
so then technically for 16 seconds you're a human ward. And then it's one of those things where if no fighting happens, you'll finish the recall. And if you see some fighting happen, you could just stop your recall to come help the fight. And then also in the last second they'll drop a ward, as you said.
Got it. Okay.
So because here you could do the exact same thing you did, plus be on time for Krugs, and also
Yeah, I
don't.
was about maybe 3, 4
Yeah,
seconds too
it's
late.
it's really not a big deal, but it's one of those things that have you ever like shown up to a lane and be like, fuck, if I was there 2 seconds earlier, I could have saved him or something. This
It's
is
all
like
timing.
these are
Yeah.
the 2 seconds, right? Another small thing is as Trundle, anytime you leave base, just make sure to throw a W for movement speed.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, clear done again. Balling lost 2v2. Again, nothing to do with you. Sometimes laners will just lose by themselves. It's out of our control. We see they're on dragons. We skip Grom to come fight. Makes sense.
I
Almost.
flashed here. Shouldn't have done that.
Did you miss
I
the
kind of did it
flash or
on
smite?
accident,
Yeah, I had a feeling. Because it looked
and
like
I
you,
missed my
it looked,
smite.
it looked like you were trying to smite, but you flashed on instead. No.
Yeah, I think that was just my fingers, but I do make up for it here.
Fat finger. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is 3 kills for 4 kills for dragons completely worth. So and obviously,
Yeah,
so this is chill. Here I wouldn't immediately base because again your top camps aren't even up yet, right? It takes 8 seconds to base, and it takes
I can get
15 seconds.
scuttle.
It takes 15 seconds. So in 23 seconds you'll be at red, but it spawns in 33 seconds. So you're gonna sit there for 10 seconds twirling your thumb. So in these times you could do the Gromp, you could do the Scuttle that's spawning soon. You could do like one or two more
Mm,
camp. You could do either one of them or both of them, and then base.
right, that makes more sense.
Because again, I'm not gonna be surprised here if you're just gonna be early. Yeah, like camp spawn, and we're not even. You even walked a long way too. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. But yeah, I agree with that. It was a really good fight. Now we clear down. I don't see the reason why you went left here. If you like look top lane right now and you saw Kled was like low or over pushing, and then you said, okay, I'm gonna gank top here, I get it. But here, basing on I'm not skipping forward. I'm looking at what you're looking at, and you're not looking at top at all. Or you're not looking at you're not looking at any at mid or top. That would give me any reason to think that, oh yeah, I can gank top right now, or I can gank mid right now, or I can invade him. Like nothing you've
I think
seen
I'm
should indicate
trying to
that.
do the objective here,
In 10 seconds. Yeah, you're
but
just
it's
waiting for it to spawn.
it's
Yeah,
and also he's my Cho'Gath's been feeding, so that's not good.
exactly. So two things. A, even if say he wasn't feeding, you shouldn't just sit here for 10 seconds twiddling your thumbs. You could go mid and maybe throw, pillar on this guy. Maybe you have red buff, you have W, you can chase him out, be annoying, chunk him, do whatever. Um,
Yeah.
you you know
Which I do. I change my mind and I get
yeah.
to kill mid.
Exactly, because this Veigar's immobile. He has no speed up, he has no dash, he has no invis, right? So he has no way to really avoid your slows. Like you have red buff slow, you have Q slow, you have pillar slow. Like pillar, Trundle actually has three different forms of like CC or like slowing people down. You have a W that speeds
Yep.
you up, so you're really good at chasing down these immobile characters, which is what you end up doing here. Looks like. So yep. So this is good. Also again, good to adapt when you realize your top's inting. Never play for like the top side objective. You'll be like, okay, top thing, so I'm gonna play into the bot side. Okay, let's watch this. I think that even if this works, like it didn't work, but let's say it did work. I think this is where you're falling into the skipping camps. My rule on skipping camps, is I only skip camps for a gank if it's guaranteed. Guaranteed doesn't actually mean 100%, as
Like high
guarantee means
percentage.
like
Yeah.
70% chance plus, right? And I have four rules for that, and my rule is you have to hit two of these four to go for the gank. The rules are, if they're low, so if you look mid, the guy is 40%, 30%, 50%, the laner's low. Two is they're over pushed, so they're playing really aggressive. Three is if either you have a lot of CC or your teammate you're ganking for has a lot of CC, right? So either you're playing, you can viol them, or you have a Galio who can taunt them, right? So it's CC. Fourth is how mobile they are. The enemy is that you're ganking. Is it like a Zed or a Vayne, or like not Vayne, Zed or LeBlanc who has a W on a W, and they could just W over the walls? Is it a Talon who could E over walls and go invis? So how it's or is it like immobile like a Xerath, right? So these are like the four rules. I say if these are like check. Imagine there's like a box check mark. If you could check mark two of these boxes, then I allow you to skip your camps to go for the gank. If you can't give me two check
Got it.
marks, then you can't. And you can only give me one or zero. Then never skip camps to go for the gank. In this case, for this bot sequence, right? If you look at this bot sequence, let's see if we have any check marks. We have three camps up: blue, gromp, wolves, right? So
Yep.
the middle of the lane is this line is it's I always say it's like this, middle of the lane like this, and this bush is the middle of ball lane like this. Um, anything below here is their part of the jungle. Anything above this is your part of the jungle, right? That's why this is the middle. Um, in this case, is he low? Nope, full HP. Is he pushing? Nope, not over pushed, not hitting your bot tower or anything. So not low, not over pushed. Do you guys have a lot of CC? Not really. When Ash has 6, she has a lot of CC for you. But until then, NATO is not really a consistent form of CC. Pillars, whatever. All the slows the CCs you guys have are slow. Janna W's are slow, Pillars are slow, and this guy is MF with 500 movement speed. So your slows don't really matter versus them,
I
right?
think he also like flashes or something like my pillar misses as well, and I still commit to it. Like in a
Yeah.
couple seconds here, I drop the pillar and they're on the other side of it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm still gonna go
Yeah,
for it.
and even though MF doesn't have mobility in the sense of she doesn't have a dash like Ezreal, she is a really fast champion, right? So in my head,
Right,
you don't
right.
have
The movement speed.
out of all four of your check marks, you don't have any of those
Yeah,
four.
I missed.
You didn't even miss. You actually hit her. The thing is, she's just fast. Like look how fast she is.
Yeah, on the other
Because the pillar
side.
has a slow. This is all a slow range, so she's slowed right now. But even when slowed, look, she still has 410. Because again, she's a really fast champion and she went early boots. Um,
Yep.
so you just have to again it's one of those things. If you had all six camps dead, so Gromp's dead, Wolves dead, whatever's dead, then I'd be like fuck it, why not go for the gank? You have nothing else better to do. But in this case, when you have three camps to do and you're skipping them to go for this, anytime you skip camps to go for a gank, the gank has to work. But again, the gank only has a good chance of working if we hit those two out of those four, and in this case we hit maybe it's like one out of four. You
Well,
get
we do get it. We do get it, but
This took a
it's
long time.
still a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it looks like it was pretty. I mean, it looks like you lived with one. It looks like it was pretty close too, right? So if I assume that they played it slightly better, I don't think it would go that well. Like Pike uses E like this. If he just E's you and stuns you in her tower, you'd be dead. And then 1-for-1 isn't even
Yep.
worth, right? So not only did it take a long time, but it also was not guaranteed to work. And then afterwards, Kled TP'd and actually killed Ash. So it actually, in total, it was a 1-for-1, right? And your bot
Yep.
camps have been up for. Let's look when your camp spawned. Your wolf spawned at. Actually, look how long your Grom been up. By the way, you never took it. Your Grom spawned at right here at 5:25. So your Grom spawned at 5:25, and the next time you kill it is. I hate buffering. We should remove buffering from League of Legends. Next time you still don't kill your Gromp forever. You still ignore it. I don't. You got a problem with Gromp or something. It's been 15 minutes. You haven't
He
killed
looked
Gromp
at me
yet.
wrong.
Yeah. So you're just skipping camps super for no reason, right? And that's why this game you're gonna see that you're gonna fall behind in levels because you're just skipping camps for no good reason. Like even right here, boom, you do
Yeah,
blue.
I was item strong, but I didn't. I was a little bit behind on levels.
Yeah, levels. Each level, I think the math is. Don't quote me exactly, but I think the math is each level is around 700 gold worth of stats. So let's say you're up 2 levels on someone, but they're up a BF sword on you, then technically you're up stats because a BF sword is 1300 gold, but a level is around 700 per, so 2 levels is obviously 1400. Because each
Okay.
time you level
Okay.
up, you get HP, you get AD, you get MR, you get
Right.
armor, you get every stat in the fucking book. So around a level's around 700 gold. So if you're down 2 levels to this guy, but you're up, 2 long swords, you're still down like over, hundreds of gold on him. That's why it's so important not to skip camps. See, in this case, if we look at the check mark, you have two. Here it makes sense to skip Wolves around because you have 2 out of 4. He's over pushed. See, this is the middle of the lane. He's obviously way past the middle, so he's pushed, right? And then he's also playing an immobile champion. Remember how he said the
Yep.
immobility? Veigar has no speed ups, has no dashes, has no nothing. So boom, here's 2 out of 4. You have he's over pushed and he has no ability, so he's just dead, right? There's nothing. He could be the best player in the world. I don't think it's possible for him to survive this gank. So that boom, perfect example. Nice. Kill this guy, instantly pull dragon. Yeah, looks good. Here, same thing. Just go to my camps. These guys are not didn't work last time. Probably not gonna work again. Let's not don't have to chase them. And then here, I don't know. You're just ignoring your grump for no. Like here, I would just do grump and then base. Why not just get a free extra 100 gold and then take my base, right? You're right next to it. Trundle heals off camps really fast as well. There's just no downside. If there was like a top, let's say the herald is up already, and you're like, oh, I want to base instantly so I could be in time for the herald, that would make sense, right? But in this case, there should be no sense of urgency to go top. There is no top tower to defend. There's no gank to get off. There's no herald to fight for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this kills me. This fight here.
It's a lot of. It's also a lot of times when you want to fight, it's should for a reason. Like, oh, I'm fighting to secure dragon, or I'm fighting to get this tower, or I'm fighting for the these fight. I have no reason what's even the point of us like running bot here to fight. Like we could be doing our wolves right now. We could go to Gromp. Like I have no idea what we're fighting for. There's no objective. There's no tower we're
Right.
gonna hit. There's no bear dragon up. We're just fighting to because we're bored. It feels like here, you know. Shadow's up, Blue's up, Gromp's up, Wolves are up. I think obviously at this point, once you see your
And I
teammate,
think here I was done with the fight. Like you saw me going to
yeah,
scuttle,
and
but
then
they're just still going for it. So I'm like, okay, well,
yeah,
I'm committed,
yeah,
I
I agree with that.
guess.
When you see your teammates are just going, you have to follow them. So I don't blame you here. Yeah,
So this is where like I feel like we should have had this pike, but the Ash just ignores him.
yeah,
Dead.
close.
And then watch this. It's so bad.
Honestly, yeah, it's not the worst though, because you guys only went down by 1 kill, but you also got a big shot down on the Kled, you know. And
Right.
also like Pike got the kill. Who cares if it's on Pike? So honestly, not the worst fight. I like how you instantly ulted the Kled. That was good. Well, they
Yeah,
go
I
back.
knew I was gonna need that because he was not gonna be easy to take down.
Okay, let's get forward. Another fight.
So if you look at my ult timer
Yeah,
too,
it's
I
built. Yeah.
got nothing. I don't know why I jumped in there. That's an obvious mistake.
It's all good. It's just I think I'd say it's the common theme of the game, right? You again here you could say you have Krugs up, you have Raptors up, Scuttle's still up, and I feel like you're just seeing red all game. Ooh, especially with Bali. I don't know what you have against Misfortune or Pike champions, but it definitely feels like all game you see these guys and you're like, oh, I have to kill them, I have to kill them. But so far this game, there's only been a single. I think you went for like 6 different ganks this game. There's only been a single gank this game where I felt like hit our rule box, and it was also coincidentally the only gank this game that's worked, and that was the one on mid. Remember? That was the only one
Hmm.
that hit our our rules of 2 out of 4, and that was the only gank where you got to kill, didn't have to flash, didn't have to ult, no one on your team died or traded. It was super easy and convenient, right? So try to live by this rule of fours when it comes to skipping camps to gank. Again, when all 6 camps are down, then go for the gank. I don't care then, because it's not like you're missing anything. But in this
Well,
case,
my free time, right?
you're down 40 CS. What you have to understand is to compare, each camp is 4 CS, so 40 CS is 10 camps. 10 camps is around 1200 gold.
Yep.
So even if you got like 2 kills bought this game from all these ganks, that's still less than the camps. That's how you should view it. And then now I think, okay, let's see. Doesn't look like the worst fight. Bit messy.
Is it good to recall here? I mean, I am half health.
Nah, there's nothing to base for. Like Trundle has like crazy lifesteal, so I guarantee if you go get red buff right now, you'll be full HP. So since there's really nothing to
Okay,
base for,
yeah.
just go to a camper too. You'll heal up real fast. Most junglers have really good sustain in the jungle, but especially junglers that have like built-in lifesteal, like Trundle, Warwick, Briar. These champs like really excel at just doing a camp because your passive. Anytime someone dies, you get lifesteal in your passive. You know, like you have
Right.
built-in lifesteal. This one, the map is just kind of fucked. I also think that there's a lot of things in this game that are out of your control. Like your mid laner has 10 deaths, which have nothing to do with you. You and gank mid, and
Yeah.
obviously you're down 6 towers and 10 kills. So
Yeah, we got the Vagar twice.
yeah, exactly. So definitely think you skipped camps too much this game, and you could have had more proactivity. The jungle is a big when you review jungle, it's a big what if, because the thing is like the argument is like all that time you spent bot, and you didn't really get much out of it. Well, if we just imagine if you weren't bot, that means where would you be instead? You'd be either mid or top instead, right? So Veigar,
Right.
you saw how easy it was to gank mid. Every single time you went mid, he died. So I know you killed him twice, but if you had more free time and you weren't, so remember like that time we spent like over a minute trying to dive bot lane. Maybe you could have been mid
Hmm.
instead, getting Veigar 3 times or 4 times, right?
Right.
Or maybe you could be ganking the top laner. So it's not guaranteed, but a lot of jungle is about like I wasted too much time here. Maybe if I was on this side of the map instead, I would have more proactivity, or I could have more influence on like what happened, you know. So that's why it's sometimes it's frustrating to review because it's a lot of what ifs. It's not guarantees. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I think now you're doing a good job recovering, just getting random picks and trying to stay in the game. Here, obviously, when they're dead, I think you should be sprinting and spam pinging dragon. Like fuck the wave, just because anytime you're behind, that basically means okay, you lose even number. So if it's a 3v4, 3v3, or 4v4 or 5v5, you'll always lose because they just have so much more gold on your team. So anytime you get picks on them, like in this case, look, they have 2 people dead, Pike and Kled. and you only have one person death, this is where you want to be fighting here, not doing the bot wave, because this is a 3v4 fight. There's 4 of you and there's 3 of them. And there's nothing more OP in League than number advantage fighting, right? Um, so this is where you really want to be like not hitting, instead of hitting the ward, I'd just be hitting dragon and trying to kill this objective as fast as possible. Especially because their Ekko is dead, so they have no smite. So if I'm you, I really just want to burst down this objective and kill it as fast as humanly possible. Because the faster you do it, Ekko won't be alive to come and smite it away or contest it,
Mm-hmm.
But that fighting was good. Again, there's number advantage, so you won the fight. And here it looks like Ashe unfortunately got caught. She got hit by a pike hook here or something. Or she actually just got one shot by misfortune.
I shouldn't have gone in there, obviously.
Yeah.
I overextended on that.
And
I
also
make it out, but
also tried to ult. Obviously you just ran into the cage, but also try to ult in fights as early as possible because when you ult, don't forget you gain magic resist and armor. So the earlier
yep,
you ult, the tankier you'll be for the fight. But again, I think at this point you guys just have fallen too far behind, and they actually outscale you with Veigar. They scale better than your team does. So
yep,
I know. I think the real takeaway from this game is just again stop. Don't waste as much time. Don't skip as many camps, and then you should have more impact, and you should be able to influence your lanes more. Um, and I guess the rule of 4 when it comes to ganking. Um, anything I didn't talk about this game you want to look at, or any questions at all?
I don't think I did. I have anything extra in my notes? I don't
No,
think
it,
so.
it was just two things we talked about. It was this 9-minute fight where we talked about if you
Yeah,
overstayed, and which I said you did, and then the 14-minute fight where I said I think this fight actually went well, even though it looked like you guys were down deaths at the bottom. I think at the end of it, I think this fight actually went well because you got a shutdown, and
got the shutdown.
and you
Yeah.
didn't want to fight. Your team kind of just forced it upon you. Um, So I didn't really have any complaints. I think here instead of running away from MF, you should just probably just keep running at her. Um,
Okay.
because you're gonna get I know you're low, but you're gonna get Triumph here, so you're gonna be like this HP in a second. And she's low too, so you literally kill this guy with what one
Yeah.
auto and one
And
Q.
you
So
can see she knows she's
yeah,
fucked
exactly.
and
She's
starts going
yeah.
back.
So,
Yeah.
so I think maybe some more confidence here. Um, and besides that, this fight was pretty good.
I also have 2 smite